Hey everybody, Pastor K here. It's Freedom Friday. Let's go. Hebrews 11:6 says, "It is impossible to please God without faith. Those that want to come to him must first believe that he exists and that he rewards those who sincerely seek after him." If you're like me, then one of the most important things in life is to make sure that you are pleasing God. I know that's something that is so important to me and so important to many kingdom citizens. And so if you want to please God, oftentimes we think that we have to do so many different things, that there may be a bunch of hoops that we have to jump through. Some religious acts or some religious groups will tell you that there's so many things you have to do to please God. However, here in Hebrews, it lets us know that it's just one simple thing, and that's our acts of faith is what pleases God. The writer of Hebrews here reminds us that it's impossible to please God without faith. So even in our trying to do all the other things that we think are going to please God and truly obeying his word, and those various things are those things that will bring us closer to pleasing God. However, we need to understand that even those things, in absence of faith, the Bible tells us that faith without works is dead, and even works without faith is dead. So we can work so hard all day long to try to please God. However, if those works are not backed by faith, if those works are not based in faith, then we are not pleasing God. And then the scripture goes on to tell us that our very first act of faith is to believe that he exists, is to believe that God is, that he does exist. That is our first and most important act of faith, because we can't even come to God if we don't believe he exists. And I know that seems like common sense. It seems like that should be the very first thing that we understand, is we have to know that God exists in order to come to him. And so that's what we need to do. We need to first just believe in God. That's the very first act of faith, and now you're already halfway there, or most of the way there, to pleasing God, because now you understand that he exists. And the next part says we also need to understand that he rewards those who sincerely seek him. And so that's how we're going to please God today, with our faith. First, just believing that he exists. Do you believe in God today? Do you believe that God exists? He is so real. And if you are in a position where you don't believe in God, my prayer is that you would have an encounter with God that would cause an unforgettable experience, that would open your eyes so that you can see that there is a God and that he truly exists, and he loves you, and he wants the very best for you. It says that he's going to reward those who sincerely seek after him. So if you are sincerely seeking after God, sincerely going after his will, sincerely going after his word, there's a scripture that says that blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, because they will be filled. The Bible promises that when we hunger and thirst for God, we are going to be filled. And again, that's a reward. We are rewarded when we earnestly seek God, when we sincerely seek God. So you want to please God today, believe that he exists, show your acts of faith today, because that is what truly pleases God. That's your Freedom Friday message for today, guys. I want you guys to have a blessed day on purpose, a blessed weekend on purpose. Talk to you soon.